I am excited for Wuthering Waves, and I'm very excited for the standard banner units because I feel like this is probably the best set of standard banner units in a game that I've seen in a long time. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. People might argue Genshin. People might argue Honkai Star Rail. Hell, maybe they'll even argue Zenless Zone Zero when it comes out. But so far, I would have to say that these are some of the best sets of 5-star units, or at least standardized 5-star units. Now, today, we're going to be talking about another character that I did not get the chance to actually play with during my closed beta access, and that is Lingyang. And I did hear a lot of people talk about him because he has a lot of similarities towards other characters within other games. And I'm pretty stoked about that because if a character has similarities, it's easier to understand their kits. So today we're going to be doing a kit analysis on Lingyang, and if you like the content, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below, and hit that notification bell to be notified of when the next Wuthering Waves video comes out, and leave a comment about what you think about Lingyang if you've actually been able to play as him. And of course, I'm sponsored by the ever wonderful Gamer Subs. Make sure you use code TAISTRA for 10% off. Y'all, if you like VTubers, right, which Gamer Subs is all about, take a look at this. This is the Cinder legendary wrap for this wonderful flavor known as Pyro Power. I was able to get that, and you can too if you go to gamersubs.gg and use code TAISTRA for 10% off. That is a pomegranate tea flavor, and it is delicious. So good, so refreshing. So, but without any further delay, let's go ahead and talk about Lingyang, right? Lingyang, this is the first time I've actually looked into his kit. So, bear with me as I try to, you know, let my mind wander and all that stuff. And I think that's ultimately how these should be, is like, if I feel like we should like talk about it and discuss it, right? So, Lingyang is going to be a gauntlet user, which we just talked about with Jingyuan, right? And is also a 5-star Glacio character. So let's go ahead and talk about first the basic attacks. Pretty standardized Majestic Fist right here. Basic attack, Feral Roars though. After a Resonant Skill Furious Punches is cast, basic attack 5 is replaced with Feral Roars, dealing Glacio damage. So I think ultimately if you're going to do the Resonant Skill, right, you go basic, and then you activate your Resonant Skill and then go into your basic combo again so that you can get the Feral Roars, right? Outside of that, you have a heavy attack, mid-air attack, and a dodge counter. Pretty standard outside of the Feral Roars. Now, as we go into Resonant Skill Ancient Arts, the Ancient Arts is just your normal thing right there. Just, it's your pop-up, or not pop-up, but your initial skill, right? You attack the target, dealing Glacio damage, but then it turns your basic attacks into Furious Punches, which is what we just talked about. When basic attacks 3, 4, 5, or basic attack Feral Roars hits the target, Resonant Skill Ancient Arts is replaced with Resonant Skill Swift Punches. If Lingyang uses basic attack after casting basic attack Feral Roars and Resonant Skill Swift Punches, he will start from basic attack 5. Lingyang's Resonant Skill will not reset his basic attack stage. So again, as I just talked about, you're going to want to do basic, Resonant Skill, and then your 5th basic will go into the Feral Roar. Now, Strive Lion's Vigor, which is the Resonance Liberation here, attack the target, dealing Glacio damage, and receive the Blessing of Lion's Vigor, which lasts for 50% seconds. I think they meant 50 seconds, right? But Lion's Vigor, Lingyang's Glacio damage bonus is increased by 50%. So he's going to be very much an elemental damage dealer, which is perfect because, again, I think that that's ultimately what you're going to be going for with your DPSs anyway. But a 50% increase is very, very good. Now let's talk about his Forte circuit, the Unification of Spirits, right? Heavy attack, Glorious Plunge. When Lion Spirit is full, use heavy attack to perform Glorious Plunge, dealing Glacio damage. Mid-air attack, Tail Strike. When Lion Spirit is not full, use basic attack after heavy attack to perform Tail Strike, dealing Glacio damage. So you could do your heavy attack, and then right afterwards, when you just use a regular basic attack, that's the Tail Strike, right? Striding Lion, after casting heavy attack Glorious Plunge, enter Striding Lion state. After casting intro skill Lion Awakens and Resonance Liberation Strive Lion's Vigor, If Lion's Spirit is full, use basic attack to enter Striding Lion state. In the Striding Lion state, attacks can be launched in mid-air, and if Lingyang is on the ground, use Heavy Attack Glorious Plunge to get back in the air. So basically, you are taking the fight wherever you want. If you're on the ground, you can take it to the air. If you're in the air, you could put them back to the ground, which is cool because, again, you have that control as the DPS. You decide where the fight's going to be. Now, of course, Lingyang, I think you're going to want to combine with characters that are going to help with that, in the sense of like bringing them in. So like a Jianjin would work very, very well here with her Resonance Liberation. Bringing all the characters in, or all the enemies in, and then you could just go into Lingyang, just like tearing down the house down, whether it be on the ground or in the air. Lion's Spirit is continuously consumed, and the Striding Lion state ends in 5 seconds after Lion's Spirit runs out. So even if you run out of your whole Lion's Spirit, you still have 5 seconds afterwards to finish up your combos. In the Resonance Liberation Lion's Vigor state, the consumption speed of Lion's Spirit is reduced by 50%, extending Striding Lion state by up to 10 seconds. Lingyang's basic attack is replaced with basic attack Feral Gyrate, which performs up to 2 consecutive attacks, dealing Glacio damage. Lingyang's resonance skill is replaced with Mountain Roamer, dealing Glacio damage. And when Lion's Spirit is less than 10, use basic attack to perform Stormy Kicks, dealing Glacio damage. And after performing the Stormy Kicks, the mid-air attack Radiant Plunge becomes available. Concerto energy is restored when Lion's Spirit is consumed. It's a very I love these complicated kits because it's like, holy crap, so you could go into different combos and see stuff that your character normally doesn't do, which is really, really cool. Lion Spirit, you can hold up to 100 Lion Spirit, right? And when casting a resonance skill, Ferocious Punches, Lion Spirit is restored. Intro skill, Lion Awakens, you get more restoration. And Resonance Liberation Strive, Lion's Vigor, restores Lion Spirit as well. So you have plenty of ways to restore that back. 100 is not too bad, but it also depends on how much you're restoring as time goes on, right? You got your first ascension skill, Lion's Pride. Damage of the intro skill, Lion Awakens, is increased by 50%, which is a very hefty buff. And then Diligent Practice is your second ascension skill. Under the Striding Lion state, within 3 seconds of each basic attack, the next Mountain Roamer will deal an additional Glacio damage equal to 150% of Mountain Roamer damage, considered as resonant skill damage. Now, I see that they placed Lingyang as A tier compared to someone like Calcharo, and I can kind of see why. Because it seems like while this kit has a lot of options, it also might be that it's too many options. Like with a DPS, you want to keep it simple and straightforward. But at the same time, Lingyang looks like a fun character. I think that Lingyang might be one of the more fun characters I've looked at outside of Calcharo, and I think that he might be better than what is being portrayed. Now, granted, I haven't been able to use him. The only 5-star standard banner unit I was able to use was actually Encore, and I'm saving her for last because I feel like that's going to be more opinionated than anything else. But from what I'm seeing here, this kit looks like it's going to be a lot of fun in general. So if you do pull Lingyang, and that's who you're wanting anyway, hey, you're going to have a lot of fun with this character from what it looks like. And of course, that's going to be it for today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about Lingyang and if you're going to be pulling for him. And then don't forget to check out Gamer Subs. Use code TYSTRA for 10% off. So once again, this is TYSTRA saying thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to entertain you. We will be back again with another Wuthering Waves video very, very soon. And of course, as always, we will catch you in said next video. Please take care and be safe.